Last weekend, area baseball coaches gathered in LaGrange as Hall of Famer Cal Ripken, along with his brother Bill, brought their coaching clinic to Lyons Township High School. Our very own Eric Schmidt attended the event. I got a chance to sit down with baseball's Iron Man.
Yes, there is still snow on the ground, but there is a small group of people that still think about baseball year-round. It's probably not going to surprise you that one of those guys is a guy that played more than 2,600 games at the Major League level. Yes, Cal Ripken is in town to dispense some of his wisdom along to other coaches.
First, we want to give them some really good basic pitching understanding, and we want to give them some really good basic hitting understanding. So those are the two core things you want to build around. But then there's all kinds of things, since we've done this, coaches want to know about some of the fundamental things, some of the pickoff plays, some of the covering first base, some of the rundowns. So we've incorporated sort of a team fundamental in each part of the pitching, defense, and offensive categories, which really just touches the surface in some ways, but it gives a good perspective on how it's done.
Cal, tell us exactly what Ripken baseball is.
I knew at the end of my baseball career that I was going to get involved after I stopped playing with kids. Actually, Billy and myself and my dad decided upon that when they retired, which was before me. And we started doing clinics around the country. Dad had a baseball school that we're moving into Aberdeen. And then a league was named after me. Babe Ruth renamed their lower division. It used to be called Bambino Baseball to Cal Ripken Baseball Worldwide, which really gave us an opportunity to impact the game at the grassroots level. I think what I take great pride in, in the introduction we talk about the four things that the Ripken way represents. When we talk about keep it simple, explain the why, celebrate the individual, and have fun.
How exactly did you get the idea that you wanted to go into coaching and teaching baseball?
Well, I mean, when you love the game, it's part of who you are. Dad was the happiest person in the world when he put his baseball uniform on. And you could really see the love of that. And Dad didn't make us big league players by making us go out in the backyard and teaching us how to play and making us practice. He just exposed us to the love of the game. We happen to have the talent. We merged some of that talent with his knowledge, and here we are. Dad was always a teacher, and Dad always took time out, no matter where he was, to actually instruct and teach. He did have a baseball school. He always kept it very small so he could impact on all the kids that personally that went through there. He didn't want to take it too big. I think Billy and I thought a little bit bigger. We want to actually take Dad's knowledge and then expose more and more people to it so that they can understand the game a little bit better. So in the spirit of Dad, you want to pass it along. I tell you what, sometimes out on the stage there when we're talking, Billy and I will catch each other because he'll say something or I'll say something, and that's exactly what Dad would say. And I think kids often realize that they do learn from their parents, and they say they're not going to be like them when they grow up. But it's really a sort of a private tribute. Every once in a while we'll say something, we'll look at each other, we'll catch each other's eye, and you know what it's all about. And so it brings a lot of joy to us, it brings some joy to other people as well.
For you, what's the most rewarding part of still kind of being in the game and teaching kids and coaches at this level?
To me, it's just it's the same sort of feeling that you're able to give happiness to someone by signing your name. If you have a kid that comes to a ballpark for the first time, it's very experiential. He might meet you, and the autograph thing is sort of on his ticket stub, kind of represents the day. And you can see a genuine excitement from the kid. When you're teaching kids and they're discovering how to play or discovering parts of their game, and then they have success. Baseball's a hard game. Hitting is hard. The success rate is very low, and if you're able to turn that light bulb on just a little bit, then that's all the gratification you need. And coaches, when you see people out there shaking their head when you start to make a point about something, you've reached them. So I mean, little things, the smiles, the light bulbs, and I like the shaking heads a lot when you're looking in the audience.
For Sports Weekly from Lyons Township High School, I'm Eric Schmidt.